Aaron Thomas here in the broadcast booth for another afternoon of women's volleyball here at CCBC Essex. The Knights coming off of a disappointing performance this weekend in the inaugural volleyball tournament. 3 games in one afternoon. The Knights lost all 3 of their games. The first 2 games they lost 3-0. The third game they lost 3-2. Today they'll take on Allegany College of Maryland. And right now we're going to throw things over to the PA announcer, Brian, for the opening announcements for today's contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to introduce you to our visitors, the Allegany Trojans. At left backer, number 1, Chesney Ortiz. At setter, number 3, Brooke Devlin. At right setter, number 4, Anita Burkett. At deep setter, number 7, Brittany Van Meter. At deep setter, number 8, Cameron Boston. And number 10, Karen Schaefer. The Trojans are led by head coach Mike Bentner. And now it's time to meet your CCBC Essex. From Lochraven High School, number 1, Maggie Williams. From Lochraven High School, number 2, Kelly Standiford. From Parkville High School, number 3, Gabby Gray. From Sparrows White High School, number 4, Michaela Ford. From Joppatown High School, number 5, Savannah Ford. From Chesapeake High School, number 6, Courtney Tripp. From Seton Keo High School, number 9, Jillian Boyd. From Perry Hall Christian, number 10, Emily Cherry. And from Parkville High School, number 15, Taylor. The Knights are led by head coach Jeffrey Coder, assisted by Terry Schuler. We embody the spirit of sportsmanship because it's an important component of being a student athlete. family, and that all spectators remain positive and cheering for their favorite team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Knights would like to take this opportunity to thank the following sponsors. MedStar Sports Medicine, the official training partner of CCBC Athletics. Jimmy John, the Hilton Garden Inn, Hampton Inn of Baltimore, Whitemarsh, Maryland. Madison Bank, the CCBC Association of Applied Science Digital Media Production Department, the official broadcast partner of CCBC Athletics. Thank you all for your support of CCBC Essex Athletics, its student athletes, coaches, and staff.
All right, Aaron Thomas back here in the broadcast booth to start the action here on this Tuesday afternoon. A little bit of a stats update for you on this Knights team so far this season. Jillian Boyd and Maggie Williams tied for the lead in kills on the team. Not far behind is Gabby Gray with 19 kills on the year. Jillian Boyd, number 9, leading the team by a large margin with 106 digs on the year so far. Maggie Williams with 80 and Kelly Standiford with 72. The Trojans will start this contest with the ball.
Number 3, Brooke Devlin.
Brooke Devlin will take the serve. I think one of the keys to the contest today for the Knights is to start off fast, don't get down early, and stay in the game. Standiford had to get it over that time, does. Here's the setup. They put it over, and here's Courtney Tripp with the setup. Forbes puts it over, but Tripp was moving when she hit that ball. And a point will go to the Trojans. And Devlin will serve once again. Good serve. Gabby Gray puts it over on the first hit. Missed time jump there.
Gabby Gray.
Missed time jump there from Burkett. She hit that ball on the way down instead of hitting it at the top of her jump. Courtney Tripp will serve. One of the 3 sophomores on this Knights team. Courtney Tripp, Savannah Moore, and Emily Cherry. Standiford, Forbes, Tripp dives onto the ground to try and put that ball over the net, but doesn't. So the point will go to the Trojans. 2-1 is the score right now here in the first set. I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon, and that was a side out. A bad serve there. Started to say I wanted to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Hope you can join us all season long for what should be another fantastic and entertaining season of volleyball here at CCBC Essex. And a good serve there by Jillian Boyd.
Please do not bounce the volleyball while we're playing. Thank you.
Jillian Boyd with the ace. Boyd with another serve. Set up there by the Trojans. Standiford's there. Tripp with the one touch over, but she hit the net. The point goes to the Trojans. 3-3 is the score. Real back and forth contest to start this first set. And here is the serve. Good one. Standiford has to go down low to get it. Here's Maggie Williams. Williams gets it over. And that's an ill-advised hit there from the Trojans.
Maggie Williams.
And the point goes to Maggie Williams. Williams twisted her ankle this past weekend, sat out majority of the second game. She was back in for the third game. She seems to be doing all right now. Here's Courtney Tripp with the setup to Gabby Gray. Gray puts it over, and the Trojans have to get it over this time, and that one goes out of bounds.
Point Essex.
Point to the Knights. A good rally there for the Trojans, but they just can't put it in bounds. 5-3 is the score now. Here's Michaela Forbes with the serve. Good serve. Emily Cherry to Tripp. Tripp over to Gray. Gray put the mustard on that, and the Trojans had no chance of putting that back over onto the other side. And Gabby Gray with the point.
Michaela Forbes, back to serve for the Knights.
Kayla Forbes will serve once again. Knights going on a nice little run. Forbes puts it over. Here are the Trojans. They got to get it over on this one. They do. Boyd is there. Here's Tripp. Forbes got to get it over. Does. Soft touch. Trojans have to go down to the knee, and the miscommunication between the Trojans. And the run continues for the Knights. Score is 7-3. Timeout taken on the court. And while we have this break in the action, we'd like to take a minute to thank the people who help keep the lights on here. MedStar Sports Medicine, the official training partner of CCBC Athletics. Jimmy John's Freaky Fast, the Hilton Garden Inn and Baltimore Inn of Baltimore, White Marsh, Maryland, Madison Bank, and finally, CCBC Associate of Applied Science Digital Media Productions Department, the official broadcast partner of CCBC Athletics. I'm Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth. We'll be back right after this. All right, we're back in here to finish off this first set. Score right now 7-3 in favor of your Knights. Michaela Forbes still with the serve. Good serve. Trojans got to get it over now. They do. Forbes is right there. Over to Tripp. Tripp with the one touch right over. Nice. A soft touch on the ball to put that over. But they're going to say Courtney Tripp touched the net while she was putting that over. So the point goes to the Trojans. Score is now 7-4. But a nice little run there by the Knights. Maggie Williams with the big hit. And you see her excitement there after getting that point. I feel like Maggie Williams is the conductor of this offense. She drives the train. When she is playing well, this Knights team plays well as well. Score is now 8-5 here in the first set. Gabby Gray with the serve. Whistle blows. Here's the serve. Nice one. Trojans got to get it over here. Long. Jillian Boyd, stand forward. Over to Williams. Williams. Now it's the Trojans' turn. Got to get it over. They do. Boyd there once again. High up in the air. Tripp sets up Williams. Williams, big hit. Trojans get it back over. Here's Williams again. Right into the middle once again. Nice little rally going on from both teams and a great play by the Trojans. Volleyball is much like baseball. In baseball, you want to hit it where they aren't. And in volleyball, you want to do the same exact thing. And right there, the Trojans put it into the middle of the court. Nobody there. And the point for the Trojans score is 8-5 now here in the first set. That's long. A side out by the Trojans. That serve went long, and you see the look of disappointment on the Trojans head coach's face. 9-5 is the score now. Maggie Williams will take the serve. This is going to be a great opportunity for the Knights to put on some points here and get into a much more demanding lead here in the first set. Gray sets up to Tripp. Tripp to Boyd. Boyd comes into the middle to put it over. And here come the Trojans. They got to get it over there, but nice defense there by Tripp right at the net. Tripp right back to Gray. Gray puts a good hit on it, but the Trojans hit it right back. Tripp now to Cherry. Cherry. Nice little rally once again. And Standiford dives, but just mistimed her dive. And the score is 9-6 Trojans. That was a big opportunity for the Knights, and I felt like they needed to go on a little run there to really get in control here in this first set. As this first set is still very much anybody's game, but Jillian Boyd there with the point. 10-6 is the score. And Emily Cherry going to head back. Cherry going to take the serve. Good serve by Cherry. And we have an injury out on the field. Looks like number 6, Courtney Tripp, is on the ground holding her ankle. I hope she's okay. Coach is out onto the field, out onto the court, and the trainer coming out as well. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. All right, we will resume play here in the first set. Score 10-6 in favor of your Knights. Looks like Courtney Tripp just rolled her ankle. She's taking a seat on the bench, trying to stretch things out. No point on the play. Emily Cherry will still have the serve. Taylor Hunt is in the game now for the Knights. Emily Cherry back there awaiting the whistle so she can serve this ball up. The serve. It's a little long, but Trojans are able to put it back over. Williams and Forbes. Nice touch to get that over, and that point will be awarded to the Knights. Trojans touched that net as they were trying to get that ball over. 11-6 is the score. Emily Cherry with the serve once again. This one near the sideline. Trojans got to get it over on this one. Cherry puts it up in the air. Hunt sets up Boyd. Boyd with the soft touch. 2 Trojans players dive down to get it, but they're unable to. And once again, Jillian Boyd with the point.
Serve for your Knights.
Emily Cherry with the serve. It's a good one. And a good play there by the Trojans to just get that over. And they get the point. Good defense at the net there from Michaela Forbes and Taylor Hunt. But the Trojans able to get that ball over the outstretched hands with the soft touch. 12-7 is the score. Nice little run there. The Knights went on with Emily Cherry serving. Michaela Forbes puts it over, and she will get the point. It hits the Trojans player, but it goes right into the air, and no one was able to gather under the ball and put it over on the other side of the net. Taylor Hunt will serve. Seeing her first action of the contest. She played some big minutes in games this past weekend. Boyd comes in with the big hit. Trojans got to put it over. They do. Boyd puts it in the air. Hunt back to Boyd. And Hunt is moving, and the point goes to the Trojans. 13-8 is the score right now for the Trojans. In favor of your Knights. The Trojans with the serve. Not a very good serve, but not very good communication between Michaela Forbes and Maggie Williams. Both of them coming to get that ball, but neither of them were able to get it. And the point goes to the Trojans. 13-9 is the score now. Trojans not out of this one just yet here in the first set. Hunt puts it over. Trojans put it right back over. Hunt sets up Gray. Gray puts it over. Nice hit. But here are the Trojans. Puts it over. Nice defense at the net from Gray and Forbes, but neither of them able to get the hand on the ball. 13-10 now is the score in favor of the Knights. Trojans going on a nice little run here, getting close to tying this game up. Williams. Here are the Trojans with the setup. Puts it over. That one is long. Actually, they're going to say it found the inside of the line. From this point, it looked like it was a little long, but I do wear glasses. So the score still is, or excuse me, the score now is 13-11. Williams over to Hunt. Boyd with the nice hit. Puts it right into the middle. A couple green jerseys near there, but none of them able to get to the ball in time. 14-11 now is the score here in the first set.
Serve for the Knights.
This is an important serve for the Knights. Jillian Boyd taking over the service duty right now. If she can put together a nice little run, that'll go a long way here in the first set. Trojans put it over. Hunt touches it, but can't control it. And the point goes to the Trojans. It's only a 2-point game here. 14-12 is the score. Here are the Trojans. Williams over to Hunt. Hunt to Williams. Williams off touch in the middle. Here's the Trojans. Got to put it over. Standiford puts it over to Hunt. Hunt to Williams. Nice play at the net from the Trojans. And the point goes to the Trojans. The Trojans had a little bit of a slow start here in the first set, but they have come back with vengeance here since that slow start, and they're 1 point away from tying this game up. Put it right over. That one goes out of bounds.
Point.
Side out. Point goes to the Knights. Michaela Forbes will serve for the Knights. Emily Cherry coming back into the game for the Knights as well. Forbes, good serve. Can the Trojans put that back into play? They do. Here's Forbes over to Hunt. Hunt over to Gray. Gray's got to put it over. Does. Great play by Gray. She didn't have much of an angle there, but she knew she had to get it over on that one, and she does.
Forbes back to serve for Essex.
And Forbes with the serve once again. 16-3 is the score now. Or 16-13, excuse me. Forbes puts it over. Trojans down on the knee. Boyd to Cherry. Cherry to Williams. Williams with the soft touch, but great play.
Essex point scored by number 1, Maggie Williams.
Great play there from the Trojans player to dive down on the ground to get her hands on the ball, but she wasn't able to hit it towards a teammate, so the point goes to the Knights. 17-13 is the score. Forbes puts it over. They've got to get it over on this one. Good rally there from the Trojans. Here's Hunt setting up Gray. Gray with the good hit, but it's a out of bounds. Point goes to the Knights. A little bit too much mustard on that hit from Gray. Not enough accuracy. And here will be the serve for the Trojans. 17-14 is the score in the first set. Trojans put it over. Boyd puts it up in the air. Cherry over to Williams. Williams, good hit. And a lot of mustard on that. Right to a green jersey. Trojans were able to get a hand on that ball, but were unable to put it in the air towards a teammate. 18-14 is the score now. Gabby Gray will take the serve. Gray with the serve. And that's an ace for Gray.
Essex ace scored by number 3, Gabby Gray.
I believe that is the first ace of the afternoon for the Knights. And Gray will serve once again, only 6 points away from closing out this first set. It's a big opportunity to go on a nice little run and come away with the first set win. And they put it right into the net after having that first serve go for an ace. The second serve goes right into the middle of the net. 19-15 is the score now. Trojans with the serve right to Gray. Gray over to Cherry. Cherry sets up Williams. Williams puts it in the middle. Here's the Trojans. Put it over. Cherry puts it back over. Standiford. Hunt to Cherry. Cherry. Trojans. A nice little rally going on between these two teams right now. Williams with a big hit and just is out of bounds.
Point, Allegany.
Point to the Trojans. Williams had the right idea there. Not any green jerseys over there, but just little bit too much mustard, not enough accuracy on that hit. And here are the Trojans with the serve once again. Stand forward over to Hunt. Hunt to Williams. Williams comes in, big hit. And here are the Trojans. Trojans. The Gray to Hunt, and Hunt gives up the point there. Point goes to the Trojans. 19-17 is the score here in the first set. 2 points away from tying this game up. Stand forward. Cherry's got to get it over. It does. Here's Stand forward again. Here's Hunt to Williams. Williams, the big hit. The Trojans are able to touch it. They got to get it over on this one, and they don't. Little miscommunication on that far sideline between the Trojans players led to the point for the Knights. 20-17 is the score now. Maggie Williams will take the serve for the Knights. Williams, good serve. Trojans have to get down on one knee to get it, and they finally put it over. Williams to Hunt. Hunt to Cherry. Cherry puts it in the back, right inside the line. I thought that got the inside of the line, but they're going to say it was long, and the score is 20-18 now. The Knights just unable to start stringing together points. Stand forward, dove down on the ground, hit that ball, and she had no one to hit it to, as Taylor Hunt, who was close to the ball as well, went to get that ball off the ground herself. Timeout taken on the court. We'll take 1-2. It's a 1-point game here in the first set. 20-19 is the score. We'll be back right after this. Here's the serve for the Trojans. Williams puts it back over. Here's the rally from the Trojans. Put it in. Standiford's able to get her hands on that. Williams just pushes it over on the other side. And that one is a little long. Too much mustard, not enough accuracy. Maggie Williams is awarded the point. Emily Cherry will serve for the Knights. This is a big opportunity. Cherry was serving when the Knights went on their biggest run of the game. It was a 3-point run. Let's see if they can do that once again. 21-19 is the score. Cherry will get the ace.
Essex ace scored by number 10, Emily Cherry.
Emily Cherry will get the ace there on the nice serve. 22-19, so 3 points away from closing out this first set. A first set that the Knights have pretty much controlled the entire time. They've been in the lead the entire time. I wouldn't say they've dominated, as the Trojans have made it close throughout. And they will continue to make it close as Boyd mistimed her jump there, hit it on the way down instead of hitting it at the top of her jump. You see the look of frustration on her face. She has kept the door open for the Trojans to try and make a comeback here in the first set. Gray puts it over on the other side. Williams puts it in the air. Standiford has to get it over on this one. Does, but it's out of bounds. 22-21 is the score now. It's a 1-point game here in the first set. The Knights just unable to close things out and just leaving that door open and almost daring the Trojans to make a comeback effort here. And they're making the comeback a reality. That one is long, side out. Point will go to the Knights, 23-21.
Number 15, Taylor Hunt.
Taylor Hunt is serving, who Hunt has been in the game since Courtney Tripp left the game with the twisted ankle. She is walking on that ankle on the far sideline, but walking on it very gingerly. So my expert opinion is I do not think we will see her at any point here in this contest. And all the gray jerseys around that ball, and no one even went for it. In the words of Robert Plant, we had a communication breakdown there. 23-22 is the score. Standiford digs it out. Hunt over to Forbes. Forbes, good serve, puts it in the middle, but the Trojans are able to get down on it. Here is the rally once again. Hunt over to Gray this time. Gray, great hit. Gabby Gray.
Match point, Essex.
Here is set point.
Technique to serve for your Knights, number 9, Jillian Boyd.
Here is set point for the Knights. 24-22. Fingers are up in the air on the Knights sideline. Trojans put it over, but it's out of bounds, and the first set will go to the Knights. Score 25-22. We'll be back after this. I'm Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth, and we'll be back with the second set after this break. And we're back here in the broadcast booth for the second set. First set went in favor of your Knights, 25-22. It was a back and forth contest. The Knights were in the lead for the most part, for the majority of that first set, but didn't make it easy on themselves, as the Trojans had plenty of opportunities to take the lead in that first set, but just were unable to rally back and get the offense in charge. 25-22 was the score in the first set. Here is an opportunity for the Knights to really get in the driver's seat with a big second set, and they get the first point of the second set. Taylor Hunt is serving for the Knights right now. Hunt with the ace. Communication breakdown there between the green jerseys, as there was two players right next to that ball, but neither of them went down for it. And here's Hunt trying to continue this onslaught. The Trojans have to get it over on that one. They do. Hunt sets up Forbes. Forbes puts it over, but here come the Trojans. Williams, Hunt to Gray. Gray puts it over. The dive. And the point for the Knights.
By number 3, Gabby Gray.
3 straight points to start this second set. That's exactly how head coach Jeffrey Koger wanted to start this second set. They're just dominating here in the second set to start. Hunt with the good serve once again. Put it over, and a miss hit there, and you can see the look of frustration on the Trojans player. It's 4 straight points to start this second set. Hunt once again with the serve. It sounded like it was going to be a good one, but it was a side out. And this will be the Trojans' first opportunity of the second set. Score is 4-1. Here's Hunt. Over to Boyd.
Point. Trojans.
The point goes to the
Second serve for the
Trojans.
Trojans, number 3, Brooke Devlin.
Boyd over to Hunt. Hunt puts it over on the other side. Now Forbes over to Hunt, who puts it over to Gray. Trojans with the rally. They put it back over. Williams to Hunt. Hunt to Forbes. Forbes puts it right into the middle of the net.
Point scored by number 3, Brooke Devlin.
The Knights got 4.
Devlin to serve.
The Knights got 4 points to start this second set, and they've given them pretty much all back here, as the Trojans are only down by 1 now, 4-3. And side out there. Man, that was awfully close.
Back to serve for your Knights.
From this point, it looked like that ball caught the inside of the line, but the referee saw otherwise, and he's the one with the whistle, so he's in charge. 5-3 is the score right now. Here are the Trojans. Hunt with a nice soft touch to put that over. Now the Trojans got to get it over on this one. They do. Williams over to Hunt. Hunt to Gray. Gray puts it over. Good defense at the net from the Trojans, but unable to do anything with it afterwards. And Gabby Gray gets the point. 6-3 now is the score. Jillian Boyd is back there to serve for the Knights, and I think this is a great opportunity for the Knights to pile on some extra points and really get in the lead here in the second set. And the ace for Jillian Boyd. Let's see if Boyd can string together some points. Her team is up by 4 right now. Boyd with the serve. Trojans go down. They get it over. Forbes is right there. I think she thought if she touched it, one of her teammates would come from behind her instead of just putting it right back over. That was a disappointing play there from Forbes, as she had the right position, just didn't make the play. And that opportunity is wasted for the Knights. Gray with the good hit, just a little long. 7-5 now is the score in favor of the Knights, but the Trojans making the comeback. Little quick injury update for you. Courtney Tripp is sitting on the sideline of the Knights with her foot up on a chair. So, like I said, I do not think we will see her for the rest of this contest. Emily Cherry coming into the game. She's taking Kelly Standiford's spot.
Number 4, Michaela Forbes.
Michaela Forbes will serve. 8-5 is the score now. Forbes with the serve. Trojans go down, and the point is awarded to the Knights. 9-5 now is the score. Forbes will take the serve once again. Forbes puts it into the middle. Here are the Trojans going to get that ball over. Forbes puts it over to Hunt. Hunt to Williams. Williams puts it in the middle. And here are the Trojans. Got to get it over on this one. They do. Forbes with a nice extension. Over to Gray. Hunt has to get it over. They do. Here are the Trojans. Nice rally between these two teams right now. And the point goes to the Knights. Hard work pays off there. And the hard work for the Knights on that rally did pay off. 10-5 is the score. Largest lead of the second set. Here's the setup. Puts it over. Good defense at the net. Forces that ball over onto the other side and forces the Trojans into the mishit. 11-5 now. This is the biggest lead of the second set. Forbes with the serve, and not a good one. Side out, and she will grab a seat on the bench. Kelly Standiford back into the game. The ball goes out.
Back to serve for your Knights, number 3, Gabby Gray.
Put it over. Hunt setting up Williams. Cherry calls her off and puts it over instead. It's a good hit. Hunt, Standiford. Here's Williams, big hit, and it goes long. Oh, it goes in. I thought that caught the end of the line, or the other side of the line, excuse me, but it was inside. Gabby Gray will serve for the Knights. 13-6 is the score right now in favor of the Knights. The Knights had a back-and-forth contest in the first set. They did pull out the win in the first set, 25-22. But here in the second set, much different contest. They are absolutely dominating here, and the scoreboard reflects it as the score is 13-6. And this is a big opportunity. Can Gray put together some points? And she cannot, as the side out.
Side out.
By Gabby Gray. And here are the Trojans on the serve once again. 13-7. Hunt. Williams. Williams, man, she has got a cannon. Williams has got to get this one over. Does. What a hit by Williams. And here come the Trojans. Standiford to Williams. Williams over to Gray. Gray puts it into the middle. Here come the Trojans. They got to get it over that time. Great play at the net by Cherry. Hunt to Cherry. Cherry puts it over. Two green jerseys dive for it. But Emily Cherry with the point. Cherry with the great play at the net, and then she got an opportunity to put it back over. Does, and she got herself a point with it. 14-7 is the score now. And here's Maggie Williams with the serve. Good serve by Williams. Trojans got to get it over on this one. They do. Gray to Hunt. Hunt over to Williams. Williams puts it in. Real close to that back line, but the Trojans put it right below the net. And a miss hit there by the Trojans. And here will be Maggie Williams with the serve once again. 15-7 is the score. Williams with the big serve. And an ace.
Scored by number 1, Maggie Williams.
Timeout taken on the court. Much needed as the Trojans, the wheels aren't completely off the bus, but they're definitely starting to come off. 16-7 is the score right now. We'll be back right after this. Maggie Williams with the serve for the Knights. She puts that one right into the net. And you see the look of frustration on her face after that side out. 16-8 is the score in favor of the Knights. Cherry's got to put that near a teammate and doesn't.
Allegany scored by number 8, Cameron Logston.
So an ace for the Trojans. 16-9 is the score now. See if the Trojans can put together a nice little run here. If they can, they may keep those comeback hopes a reality here in the second set, but a side out. And 17-9 is the score now. Emily Cherry will serve. Kelly Standiford will come out of the game. Michaela Forbes will come into the game. Emily Cherry with the serve. Always have the Emily Cherry fan club every time you come here. Hunt over to Forbes. Forbes just puts it over the Trojans players who are right in front of the net. And Forbes gets the point. 18-9 is the score now. Here's a big opportunity for Emily Cherry on the serve. Remember here in the first set, the Knights went on a nice little run with Emily Cherry serving the ball. Let's see if they can do that here in the second set, and they can't. As a great play there by the Trojans to put it in that near that back line, right in the corner where no one was. 18-10 is the score now. The Trojans finally in the double digits in points here in the second set. They put it over. Standiford. Hunt puts it over to Boyd. Boyd with a great hit there. Puts it where nobody was, and the point is awarded to Boyd.
15, Taylor Hunt.
Taylor Hunt with the serve, only 6 points away from winning this set and going up a commanding 2-0 lead. Standiford to Hunt. Hunt sets up Forbes. And Forbes, not only was that not going over the net, but she was moving as well. And she's getting a little coaching from head coach Jeffrey Koger on the sideline. Here's the serve for the Trojans. Standiford right to Forbes. Williams puts that over. Trojans got to get it over on this one. Hunt to Gray. Gray to Williams. Williams in the middle. And a good hit there from the Trojans. And Taylor Hunt was there, but I think she knew that she wasn't going to be able to get to that ball in time, and she just gave up on it. And the score now is 19-12. Comeback hopes still a reality here in the second set for the Trojans. Standiford puts that ball in the air over to Williams. Williams to Boyd. Boyd puts it right to a green jersey, and here come the Trojans. Standiford. Hunt sets up Forbes. Forbes with the soft touch, but here come the Trojans once again. Puts it in the back. Standiford, not very tall, one of the shorter players on this Knights team, and she jumped as high as she could and still couldn't get to that ball. 19-13 is the score now. Trojans going on a nice little run. of their own 3 straight points. Only down by 6 now. Sandiford puts that ball in the air. Williams over to Boyd, and Boyd had no chance of getting that. Miss hit by Williams. 19-14, 4 straight points for the Trojans. They put that over. Williams, Hunt sets up Boyd. Boyd puts it over. Trojans set up, and that was not going to work. Miss hit there from the Trojans on the setup. Score is 20-14. Jillian Boyd will take over service duty right now. Only 5 points away from walking away with the second set victory. Got to get it over on that one. They do. Sandiford to Hunt. Hunt with the soft touch puts it over. What a play there by Taylor Hunt. There's Boyd once again. Boyd puts it over. And a bad hit there from the Trojans once again. Trojans not really playing well altogether, but a lot of unforced errors. It's much volleyball, a lot like tennis, and the team or the individual who can keep down those unforced errors is usually the team or individual who's going to come away with the win. And a lot of unforced errors on that Trojans team right now, and the scoreboard reflects it. 22-15 is the score in the second set. The Knights are up 1-0. And there's a good serve. Hunt tries to put it over. Actually, she was setting up Gray. Gray puts it over. Here's Hunt to Forbes. Forbes puts it into the Trojans' territory, but the Trojans put it right back over. Here's Williams. Williams with a good hit right to a green jersey, but had enough mustard on it as that green jersey wasn't able to do anything with it. And Michaela Forbes will take the serve, and number 5, Savannah Moore, is seeing her first action of the contest. Savannah Moore, one of 3 sophomores on this team. The other 2 being Courtney Tripp and Emily Cherry. 23-15 is the score. Boyd, Hunt to Gray. Gray's got to get over. Does. Can the Trojans do anything with this? And they cannot. Not a very good angle, and could not do anything with it.
Set point, Essex.
Here is set point. And man, what a big point this is. They can go up 2-0. Fat lady won't be singing, but will be behind me warming up the pipes, that's for sure. Trojans put it over. Boyd over to Hunt. Hunt puts it over onto the Trojans' territory. Here come the Trojans, and the point for the Knights. There's all she wrote for the second set. 25-15 in the second set. The Knights are up 2-0. And we'll be back with what could be the final set right after this break. We are back here at CCBC Essex for what could be the third and final set, as the Knights are up 2-0 here. The first set went to the Knights by a score of 25-22. Second set, an absolute dominating set for the Knights. Final score 25-15. And let's see what the third set has in store, as the Knights just one more set away from walking away with a victory, and not how they wanted to start this third set off, that's for sure, as that point goes to the Knights, or excuse me, to the Trojans, 1-0. And a long serve.
Side out.
Side out.
Back to serve for your Knights, number 15, Taylor Hunt.
Score is 1-1. Hunt with a good serve. Hunt been playing big minutes here since Courtney Tripp left with the injury, and she's played very well since coming in for the injured player. That serve can't lead to points there, as the Trojans put it over on the Knights sideline. No Knights players near that ball. 2-1 is the score now. Williams goes down to the ground to dig that one out, but no teammates around to bail her out once she gets the ball in the air. 3-1 is the score, and this is exactly how the Trojans, I'm assuming, wanted to start this third set. Williams puts it right over. Standiford. Hunt. Boyd with the big hit, and the Trojans got to get it over on this one. They do. Hunt to Gray. Gray to Boyd. Boyd this time with the soft touch. Trojans put it right back over. Here's Gray once again. Gray to Boyd. Boyd this one in the back, and a point. 3 hits from Boyd on that play, and was bound to lead to some points. Finally does. Score is 3-2 in favor of the Trojans, but Jillian Boyd back there to serve for the Knights, and let's see if she can put together a nice little run to get the Knights back in the lead. Trojans got to get the ball over. They do. Here's Standiford. Williams. And a miss hit there from the Trojans leads to the Knights' point and a tie game. Boyd.
Point Allegany. Back to serve for Allegany, number 10, Erin Schaefer.
Hunt. Gray puts it over. Put it right back over. Hunt. Over to Forbes. Forbes. Trojans put the ball over, but great defense there by Forbes at the net. Leads to the point.
Number 4, Michaela Forbes.
3-4 is the score. And that ball finally does go over. Actually, it was 4-4. I thought that was what it was supposed to be. Little technical difficulties with the scoreboard. And here's the first lead of the third set for the Knights. Score is 5-4. Let's see if they can continue to stay in the driver's seat here in the third set. This could be the third and final set if the Knights walk away with the third set victory, as they're up 2-0 right now. Boyd puts it over after fielding that rocket from the Trojans. Boyd puts this one in the air to Hunt. Hunt puts it over with the soft touch, and that is a point for Hunt. I think she's as surprised as everybody else in here that led to points, but a good play nonetheless by the Knights. And here's an opportunity. Michaela Forbes. She puts that one right into the middle of the net. Michaela Forbes, one of the many freshmen on this team. She's got a lot of talent, struggles with the serve. She can work on that this season into next season. she could definitely be one of the captains and one of the mainstays on next year's team. But regardless, she's a big part of this season. She plays great in front of the net. One of the many talented freshmen on this Knights team. Gabby Gray puts the ball over on the serve. Here comes the setup. The Trojans put it in the air. Hunt sets up Gray. Gray comes in. A lot of mustard on that, but not a lot of accuracy. She puts it right into the middle of the net. Looked like she hit that hard enough to bring the net down. The score is 7-6, and here are the Trojans with the serve. Once again, Trojans put that one long, side out. 8-6 now is the score.
For your Knights, number 1, Maggie Williams.
Here's an opportunity for Maggie Williams to string together some points and get her team back into the driver's seat. Williams. Hunt.
Scored by number 9, Jillian Boyd.
Excuse me, Hunt sets up Boyd. Boyd puts it over, and a nice point for Boyd. And here's Williams with the serve once again. 9-6 is the score, and the ace for Williams.
Number 1, Maggie Williams.
And Williams with the ace. And here will be another serve for Maggie Williams. 2 straight points for the Knights. And that'll be 3 straight points and back-to-back aces for Maggie Williams. As the score is 11-6 now. Williams puts that over. 3 straight aces for Maggie Williams. An impressive display of serving dominance for Maggie Williams is 3 straight aces, 4 straight points for the Knights. And thought that was going to be 5 straight aces, but the Trojans are able to get down on the ground and put that over. Savannah Moore. Here comes the Trojans. They put it in. Standiford with the dive. Savannah Moore. Boyd gets it over, but it's just a little long. And 12-8 is the score.
Allegany, number 1, Jessie Otis.
And the Trojans, or excuse me, 12-7 is the score, and the Trojans with the point on that one. Regardless, a 4-point run for the Knights gets them back in the driver's seat, and Boyd comes in with the big hit. She came in with reckless abandonment and put that ball over on the other sideline. Kelly Standiford with the serve. Kelly puts it over. Trojans have to go down to the ground, and an ace.
Number 2, Kelly Standiford.
And an ace. An ace for the Knights. Kelly Standiford. Standiford, also one of the many talented freshmen on this team. And the Trojans with a nice hit there. Good defense at the net from Taylor Hunt. I think that ricocheted off her hand. But it was inbounds and no Knights jerseys around. 14-8 is the score. And an ace. Oh, they're going to say that went out of bounds. Side out.
Back to serve for your Knights.
Taylor Hunt will serve. Man, that one was really close. Good eye there from Kelly Standiford as she looked like she was going to hit that ball, but she decided to take a step back. Taylor Hunt with the serve. Ball is in the air. Trojans got to get it over on this one. They do. Williams is right there. Hunt right to Williams with the setup. Williams. Standiford now. Hunt sets up Gabby Gray. Gray tried for the nice soft touch to just get that over the net, but she didn't put enough mustard on that one, and the score is 15-9. Hunt. Boyd. Nice play there from Boyd.
Number 9, Jillian Boyd.
Came in there on an angle and just
Number 9.
laid a beating on that ball. And Jillian Boyd with the point, and here she is with the serve. 16-9 is the score. That one was a little long. We could see the look of frustration on Jillian Boyd's face as she knew she had a great opportunity to string together some points for her team, but the side out. Here's Boyd with the dig. Hunt over to Gray. Gray with the soft touch, but the Trojans are right there. Stand for it over to Gray, over to Hunt, who hit it to Gray. And here are the Trojans. Got to get it over on this one. They do. Williams with the dig. Hunt over to Forbes. Forbes with the nice soft touch. And here's a great rally between these two teams. Hunt over to Williams. Williams pushes it near the back line, but the Trojans are there once again. The rally continues. Boyd to Hunt. Hunt to Williams. Williams puts a good hit on that one, but the Trojans are there once again. Boyd to Hunt. Hunt puts it in the air, just can't control that one. And hard work pays off, and that time the hard work for the Trojans pays off, and the score is 16-11. It's a 5-point game here in the third set. The Trojans need to win this third set if they want to continue to play here in this game, as the Knights are up 2-0 right now. And here are the Trojans. They put it over. Boyd, Hunt, to Gray. Gray puts it over. That one is going to go long, and good eye there from the Trojans player who was right there and decided not to hit it. 16-12 is the score. 4-point game now in the third set. Serve. Can the Knights get it over? They do. Nice overhead hit by Williams. Here come the Trojans. They can't get it over the net, and the point for the Knights. 17-12 is the score now in the third set. Michaela Forbes will take over the serve. Forbes, good serve. Trojans put it back over. Boyd could not get a good hit on that. Michaela Forbes dives full extension for the ball, but she could not get a good hand on that ball, and it goes out of bounds. Score is 17-13. The Knights dominated the second set, dominated the majority of the third set, but the Trojans are making it close here. And nice play by Standiford. Full extension dive leads to the point, and she shrugs it off like she knew what she was doing the whole time. Score is 18-13. Here's an opportunity for Gabby Gray to string some points together for this Knights team. Gray puts it over, and an ace for Gabby Gray.
Gabby Gray.
You remember earlier in this third set, Maggie Williams had 3 straight aces in a row, and that is the 4th ace of this third set for this Knights team. And here is Gabby Gray with the serve. Ball is in the air. She puts that over the net, and another ace.
Scored by number 3, Gabby Gray.
2 straight aces for Gabby Gray. Score is 20-13, and the look of frustration on that Trojan sideline says it all. Gabby Gray with the serve, and 3 straight aces once again. 3 straight aces in the beginning of this third set for Maggie Williams, and now 3 straight aces for Gabby Gray. And the Knights are firmly in the driver's seat in this one, only 4 points away from walking away with a 3-0 victory. Trojans, they're going to be able to get this one over, so the aces streak for Gabby Gray will end, but the point streak may not. Savannah Moore puts it over. Here come the Trojans. The teams are rallying, and good play at the net from the Trojans, and the point goes to the Knights. 22-13.
Gray, the serve for Essex.
Gabby Gray, 3 straight aces to start this, but 4 straight points in a row for the Knights since Gabby Gray started serving. That is 4 aces by Gabby Gray here in the third set. 5 straight points in a row for this Knights team, and they are only 2 points away from walking away with the 3-0 victory. and putting those 3 losses they had this past weekend behind them. 5 aces for Gabby Gray, and this is match point. And I said earlier, or this past weekend, Gabby Gray struggled in the team's first game, came back in the second game and played really well, and she has played out of her mind here in the third set. 5 aces and 6 straight points. It'll be 6 aces, and she scores 7 straight points for the Knights, and the Knights walk away with the victory today in the third set with a score of 25-13, and the Knights walk away with the 3-0 victory. I'm Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth. Want to thank you for joining us this afternoon and hope you join us all season long. Good night.